But the segment is, what's something badass that you own that you know is too badass for you, but you still bought it? Hey, yo, Billy Red, White, and Bald Head. This last Thursday, you were rambling on about wanting a big truck. Yeah, I want to get an F-250 regular cab with the diesel engine and all of that, and I don't know how to. I change a light bulb. That's it. I just love them. You asked about owning something super badass, but deep down knowing, yeah, it's just not for you. You weren't badass enough to own it. I immediately knew I had a story you'd appreciate. When I was about 12 years old, 2002, my dad bought himself a 1966 Ford Mustang, powder blue with a white hardtop, mint condition. The kind of car Seinfeld would have picked your goofy ass up in before he interviewed you about killing flies. This car was immaculate. My dad took it to every car show he could find and got first place every time. Completely original. The leather seats matched the paint job. Dude, send a picture. That sounds beautiful. Still plays 8 tracks perfectly. Not one single scratch on this fucking thing. You get it. The car was sexy as hell and everyone knew it. I turned 16 and get my driver's license. Oh no. At first, I'm driving an old maroon beat-up Mazda on its dying days. Nothing special about it. Represented me well, unassuming. Never stands out in a crowd, gets the job done, but no bells or whistles. One day, out of the fucking blue, my dad straight up hands me the keys to his Mustang. He says it's mine. I'm 16. Oh my God. He goes, I absolutely fucking love that car, but for some reason I never felt comfortable in it. All of my friends wanted to ride in it. I turned heads everywhere I went. Everyone was jealous of me, but deep down, I was a stupid kid with half a mustache. It made me incredibly insecure, and I told my dad I didn't want it anymore. Oh, my God. I get it. No, dude, I get that. I get that. Where I was when I was 16, I fucking didn't like myself. I didn't like who I was. So the last thing I wanted was people looking at me. Dude, I can't tell you how much. That's what I got out of that. You know, when you think about the guys that had the cool cars in high school, aside from being rich or whatever, they also felt good about themselves and they wanted people to look at them and they felt good, so they looked good in the car. You know, if I got in the same car, I'm like, do I look cool? I don't. Do I? No, I don't. And I have that insecurity and I would have looked like an asshole. Bill, my dad sold it immediately after I gave it to him. A guy in France bought it. I'm from Texas. This French fucker literally had an 18-wheeler pick it up from my house, drive it all the way to California from Texas, put it on a boat. Why wouldn't he drive it to the East Coast? And shipped it to himself in France. That's how valuable this car was. And I simply gave it up. I'm guaranteed to never see it again. I will never forgive myself for that. Young and dumb, right? No, you weren't young and dumb. You just were an insecure kid. It was too much of a car for where you were at. Your dad was obviously done with it when he gave it to you. And, yeah, that's fine. Listen, I would have looked like a jerk off in that car at 16. I look great in my truck now because I love it. I don't feel like an asshole. And I'm happy as hell when I'm driving it, and I don't care when people look at me because, you know, I'm just an old bald ginger. I don't give a fuck. It's one of the great things about getting older. You don't care what people think anymore. Anyways, you're the man, Bill. Flew to Colorado to see you film your special at Red Rocks. Diehard fan for damn near a decade. I appreciate your wisdom, but more so I appreciate your ability to make me feel better about my own level of intellect. That's one of the coolest ways that anybody ever said I'm dumb. Take it easy, and my best to the family back east. Go fuck yourself, you bitch. All right. That was a great story, man. That's a great car story. I hope that guy in France is listening, man. Send us a picture of the car. You know that guy's the coolest. I've been over to France like 2 or 3 times. I've never seen a Mustang over there. Cologne. Hey, Bill, I'm a 33-year-old young man. I say young because I don't own a home or have kids. And while that doesn't make a man, it certainly makes me a young boy man. Yeah, I know. You're sort of extending your adolescence. I did that for a good 40-something years. I recently ran into my ex's friend, and we started talking about everything that happened. She had questions about why we broke up. After a few minutes, she asked me about the cologne fight we got into. I barely remembered it. We once had a conversation where I said I'm not into it anymore and I don't want to smell like other dudes who bought the same shit. I didn't think much of it, but apparently she thought it was a red flag that I didn't want to ever wear cologne. She told her friends I was immature in that way. Why is it a red flag to not wear cologne? I told her cologne was for college kids and dads with office jobs and that cologne was immature for people wearing it. Her friends laughed and agreed. She said that my ex has brought it up more than once. I said, oh yeah, 3 years together and that's all she has to say? That sounds immature. Her friends laughed. I even said, shit, there's better ways she could... There's better... Wait, shit, there's way better things she could have complained about. Her friends laughed even more. I need your opinion on cologne in general. I also need you to tell me it's okay that I asked the friend out for coffee to laugh some more. We're hanging out next week. I don't know. It sounds like you hit it off with her. That's funny. She said that my ex brought it up more than once. I said, oh yeah, 3 years together and that's all she has to say? That sounds immature. Her friend laughed. I even said, shit, there's way better things she could have complained about. Her friend laughed even more. I need your opinion. My opinion is you're going to start banging her and she's going to end her friendship with her ex. That's what's going to happen. My feelings on cologne. Cologne to me is an old guy thing. And I love old guys that wear cologne. There's something funny about them. They're still dyeing their hair. They got fucking a gold bracelet. The guy that has the hangar next to me, where I got the helicopter, is he's a cologne guy. He's a fucking badass dude. He used to fly in the Israeli military. You know, he's got a really fast plane, and he has a fucking Robinson R-44, and he has this little helipad that he tows it on. And when I tell you that helipad is has got 1 inch on either side, you know, or you're going to fall off that fucking thing. And he lands it on there like a champ every time. And he wears cologne, and I think it's great. As a young person, I don't know. I'll forgive you if you're young, but if you're somewhere in between college age and some old guy that used to fly for the military of a country, yeah, it's pretty cheesy. I would say if you want to smell good, just go with a really good smelling lotion. You know, it's good for your skin. It keeps you wrinkle free. You look good. You smell good. You got a little glow going, but it smells more like, it doesn't smell like you have a van and you're going to try to fuck her on a waterbed. I think cologne turns a lot of chicks off, I would think, unless their dad had it. Then you get into all that weirdness. Whether he paid attention to her or not, they're going to be, you know, I've just been chasing that cologne smell my whole life, or like, I'm a daddy's girl. All right,